on YouTube. Welcome, welcome, welcome to our practice today where we're cultivating present moment awareness. I'll read that quote one more time because it's worth it, and then we'll get right to it. So, sweet little exchange between Pooh and Piglet. Pooh asks Piglet, "What day is today?" Piglet says, "Oh, it's today." And Pooh says, "Oh, goody, that's my favorite." And so I hope today is your favorite too. So come on into a nice seated position. Reining your attention into this very moment, just welcoming yourself into this experience that's happening right now. Opening up your ears, your nose, just sensing what is present for you in this moment. Sensing the way the body is present, rooting into the earth. And feel the way the earth supports you back. Inviting the spine to lift a little taller, growing really dignified in your seat, showing that you are ready for this moment, stirring up the confidence, stirring up the curiosity. And then notice where you can add a little softness into the body. Maybe you arrived to your mat already feeling a little tight from a workout or from rolling out of bed. Can you feel the shoulders softly descending away from the ears? Feel the heaviness of the arms and the softness right into the palms of each hand. You've just created a beautiful space in which to breathe. So take note of the sensation of breath arriving and departing the body. I always say the breath is your greatest mindfulness coach because it happens and it's begging for your attention. And when you give it attention, you arrive in the now. And maybe once you notice it, that's when you want to change something. Maybe you want to change the depth of the inhale or the fullness of the exhale. Maybe you notice you've been breathing a little shallow. Maybe you want to consciously direct the breath to part of the body that really needs it today. All of those options are within your control, but you first must notice. Anything can be changed once your attention is landed on it. Anything within yourself, that is. We know we can't change those around us, but we can change our perspective, we can change our attitude, our mood, just by diving in and arriving in the moment. You're welcome to bring your hands together in front of the heart or hands rooting upon the heart. Feel the way the breath arrives into the chest, filling up and shining through the heart space. Begin to cultivate or reaffirm, if you already have one for today, your intention for your practice. Maybe it's your intention for your day or your life. Some of us carry lifelong intentions, and we just keep coming back to them over and over and over and over. Maybe it helps you to feel committed to that intention by saying it nice and loudly in your own home. I am grateful. Take a big breath. Exhale through the mouth. Sigh out any residue. Do that twice more. Big breath in. Full, complete exhale. Last one. Big breath. And let it go. Nice. Open the eyes if the eyes were closed. Welcome to those of you who just joined us a few moments after we started. Bring your hands right down to your knees and start to move into your spine a little bit. So maybe you're making some big circles in the spine. Maybe you're bringing a little cat-cow movement into the spine, inhaling, extending through the spine, pressing the heart forward, and exhaling to round. Or maybe you can arrive in that same articulation by circling. So just get comfortable exploring right now. And when you come upon a sticky spot in the body, remember not to judge. Just be aware of it. We so often get caught in these narratives, and those become shortcuts in our mind if they're habits of the mind, and we can just detach from them. So as soon as you notice a judgment arriving, just come back to the breath, come back to your intention. Make sure you're moving in the opposite direction. We'll take 4 more breaths, circling out through the neck if that's what you need. All right, from here, come into stillness. We're going to alternate the cross of the legs. Maybe along the way you do a little flutter kick. And then, yeah, I see those feet moving. Come on back to your Sukhasana. Take a big breath in, and as you exhale, twist over to the right and just open the arms, one forwards, one behind you. We're going to keep flowing. Inhale to center. Exhale, twist to your left. Just open those arms nice and wide. Big breath into center. Full breath, twist to your right. Inhale. Exhale. We're going to do one more on each side. Really float the gaze over that back shoulder, using that to help deepen the twist. Yes. Beautiful. Let's do that side to side. Big breath in to center. As you exhale, crescent over to the right side, rooting into that left hip. Cartwheel the hands up through center and exhale over to the left. Opening up the lateral lines here, a little lateral flexion in the spine. So try not to allow that hip to lift. Just feel yourself moving with the breath. If you don't get into a table position, and go here. From table position, we're going to extend your right leg back, and then your left leg come right into your plank pose. So take note of your alignment here, stacking shoulders over elbows over wrists. Really spread through the fingers, create some space in the webbing of the fingers. Squeeze the thighs to the bones and press back into your heels. And then just bring a little lift of the belly up toward the spine. Not tenting the booty, just feel the muscles engage. Take a big breath in. Exhale to downward facing dog. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Melt the heels as you rise. 1 more. Inhale, forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nice. Walk the feet in just a tad. You can keep them as narrow as they are. You can even widen them out to the edges of the mat and see if you can sink the heels down. Take your right hand over to the edge of the left leg and give yourself a nice little twist. Keeping the hips stable, squeezing into them. Just rotating into the spine once again. Big breath in. Twist a little deeper. The gaze is underneath the left arm. Beautiful. Release the bind. Right hand to the earth. Left hand over to the right side. Taking a bind on the ankle or the calf. Just feel that twist. Feel the rib cage start to spin through to the right side. Beautiful. One more breath. All right, we're going to bring our hands back. Step back into a high plank. Just once again measuring out. So bring those feet hip distance apart. Hands are shoulder distance apart. And we're going to move a little bit. So big inhale, lengthen through the spine. As you exhale, you're going to lift the hips up, downward facing dog, and have the right hand tap to the left calf. Back out to your high plank. Exhale, left hand to the right, just tapping into a little twist. Right, twice more on each side. So always inhaling forward to plank. Exhale, right hand crosses over to tap. Inhale. Exhale. Two more. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Yes. We're going to come back into high plank and then lower all the way down onto our bellies. Okay, bring your arms nice and wide, spider fingers, tent the elbows. Inhale, peel the heart up, melt the shoulders down. And as you exhale, twist to the left, dipping the right shoulder down. Inhale, right on back up. Exhale, dip the left shoulder down. Inhale up. Exhale, dip. Inhale up. Exhale, dip. All right, we're going to come right back into center. Slide your hands right towards your ribs. Press back up into high plank. Back to downward facing dog. And once you arrive here, pedal out a little bit. Pedal the heels. You guys have to peek up every once in a while and see Susie's adorable grandkids. They're so cute, Susie. Bring a little movement here. Shake the head. Flutter the lips. Feel your breath. All right, and take a very slow walk with those moving feet up to your hands. Very slow. Boop, doop, doop. Come into a forward fold. Take a ragdoll. Maybe the hands find the elbows, allowing gravity to draw you deep into this fold. Feels so good into the hammies and into the lower back. Offering a little break into that lumbar spine that holds you up so much all day long. Work out any kinks in the neck. All right, then release your bind. Rise halfway. Nice flat back, strong core. Take a big breath in and exhale all the way down. Inhale, rise all the way to stand. Lift the arms overhead. Gaze right between the thumbs. And exhale right back to fold. Halfway lift. Nice long spine. And fold. Let's rise once more. Big breath in. Woo. And exhale down. Halfway lift. Beautiful. Bring your hands to the earth. Step your left foot back. Low lunge. Drop the left knee and tuck the toes. And we're going to sweep up right here. Take your right hand on the left wrist and make a crescent shape over to the right. So keep inviting the tailbone to sink to the earth as you're opening up the left side body here. Big breath in. One more breath. Beautiful. Come right back into center. Shift back into a half split. Those arms can come behind you. Maybe you even interlace them, encouraging a little opening into the shoulders. Hinging at the hips, bowing chest toward thigh. The more you flex the right foot, the more you're going to feel it. Breathe in, relax the neck. You can even bring chin to chest for a little cervical stretch. One more breath. Beautiful. Come right back into center. Hands to frame the right foot. Right arm goes up for a twist. And either lift the left knee with the top of the foot on to open up that left hip flexor, or flex the foot if you want. But that offers a little bit more heat in this stretch. Take a big breath in. Let a big breath go. Beautiful. Bring your hands down to the earth. Feel the stability of your feet. And we're going to rise up to a high crescent lunge. Exhale, float your chest down, arms behind you. Let the gaze float too. Give your neck a little stretch. Big breath in. Full breath out. Last one. Breathe in. And then hands to the earth. Step back to high plank. Lower down chaturanga. Inhale, finding a back bend that feels just right for you today. Maybe a cobra. Back to downward facing dog. Inhale, forward, high plank. Exhale, down dog with that twist. Right hand taps onto the left. Inhale, forward, high plank. Exhale, left hand to the right. You got it. One more on each side. Big breath in. Full breath out. Inhale. Strong core. Exhale. Yes. Nice. Come right back into plank. Then back to downward facing dog. Look forward. Either step or hop your feet to your hands. Your choice. Rise all the way up. Exhale, melt down. Halfway. Hands to the earth. Right foot steps back. Drop the right knee. Untuck the toes. Sweep up. Get that low lunge. Open up the space. And then left hand onto the right wrist. Crescent over to the left. So you're just making that crescent shape through the spine. The hips don't move. They stay firm and solid right in the center. Yes, take one more breath. Beautiful. Come back to center. Unleash the bind. Sweep those arms back, half split. Or you can take a full split. Some of you feel really limber in the hips and the hammies today. Go for it. Maybe the hands bind again behind the back. Float your gaze down, or tuck your chin and float your gaze to your belly. One more breath. All right. Release the bind. Shift into the front foot. Frame the foot. Peel the left arm up. Take your twist. You can lift the left knee or lift the whole foot. Lift the knee with the foot lifted or top of the foot on the earth. If you like to do upward facing dog, I'd encourage you to do top of the feet to the earth as you twist. One more breath. Using the breath to find space. Hands to the earth. We're going to sweep up, high crescent. Exhale, chest to thigh. Sweep the arms back. Really firming up that stability right here, right now. Big breath in. Full breath out. Two more. When you keep your mind present, it does naturally invite a sense of tenderness and stability. The moment your mind drifts is the moment your body starts to get confused, doesn't know where it is. Hands to the earth. Step back, high plank. Lower chaturanga. Inhale, lift all the way up. Back to downward facing dog. Yes. Hope you're feeling warm. Big breath in. Full breath out. Exhaling through the mouth softens and cools the body a little bit. You always want to inhale through the nose. You have that natural filtration system. Better for the body. You get actually more oxygen breathing in through the nose. Big breath in. And full breath out. Beautiful. Look to the front of the mat. Bend the knees. Step or hop, feet to hands. Rise all the way up. Exhale, float down. Halfway lift. Hands to the earth. Left foot back. Sweep up. High crescent lunge. Exhale, fold or into the hips. Inhale, rise back up. This time, warrior three. So start to shift. Hello, wall. I've got walls all over here. So if you have a wall, use it. Helps with your alignment too, so you can concentrate on things and then release. So you want to lift that left leg, heel up, toe down. Try to maintain evenness across your pelvis. Take a big breath. Let the breath go. Beautiful. Step back into your high crescent lunge and open right up to warrior two. Feel the width and the space through the hips in this shape. I love it. Yeah, put your hands right on those hips and rotate them outward. Inhale, reverse your warrior. And exhale, extended side angle. Still working on those side body lines here. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended. Two more. Each one offers a little bit more or a little bit something different. Last one, big breath in. Right here, we're going to cartwheel that left hand down inside the left foot, come back into that low lunge twist, and find a side plank. So stack the right ankle over the left, or drop the left knee. Press the earth away. Use that strong core, particularly the obliques. One more big breath. Into your high plank. Lower chaturanga. Inhale as the heart rises. Exhale to downward facing dog. Breathe in. And breathe out. Look to the front of the mat. Step or hop, feet to hands. Lift up. Exhale back down. Halfway lift. Hands to the earth. Right foot steps back. Sweep up. High crescent lunge. Exhale, chest to thigh. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come on up. Feel the stability. Then start to press forward. Warrior three. Don't be afraid to use all those props that are right there at your disposal. A wall. Hello, wall. A chair. A kid. A dog. Whatever you've got. Bring your attention to here and now. Right here and now is where you are. And just notice how much more stable you feel when you're there. One more breath. Beautiful. Release that back foot down, back to high lunge. Open up right away, warrior two. Adjust the weight. Maybe there's more space here. Big breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Stay deep in the lunge. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse. Take your time here. We're dancing with the breath. The breath is your metronome. Two more. Nice. Right here, we're going to cartwheel those hands to frame the left foot. Left arm goes up. Take your twist. And then right into your side plank Vashisthasana. Yeah, you want your shoulders stacked over your wrist again. Really feel the earth pressing away. You don't have to lock that elbow. Yeah, breathe into this. Feel yourself lifted from the hips here. One more breath. Beautiful. High plank. Taking a flow. Rushing nothing. Being present for everything. Back to downward facing dog. Beautiful. Breathe in and let the breath go. You can always tell when I just did a really good online HIIT class because I always bring a little bit into this class. So we're going to do our yoga burpees. Yay, it's Monday. We got to burn off the weekend and start fresh. All right, so look forward, bend the knees. Either step your feet wide outside of the pinkies or hop them and rise all the way up. As you exhale, sink into either a nice wide-legged booty, I don't even know what to call this, booty back chair, or come all the way down into your Malasana squat. Inhale all the way back up. Exhale, fold, step or hop, go through a flow, high to low. Inhale, up, back to downward facing dog. All right, we're going to do that 4 more times. So look forward, either step or hop, feet to the outsides of your hands. Rise up. Hands trace the midline as you squat down as low as your body wants to take you. Inhale like a rocket, just shooting right back up. Exhale, fold. Step or hop back. High plank to low plank. Finding your back bend. Back to downward facing dog. 2 more. All right, take your time. With control, present for everything, each breath, each sensation. Notice where you may want to modify or need to modify in the body. Checking your alignment every time you come back into that plank pose so you're not sacrificing safety. Last one, inhale forward. Rise up. Squat on back down. Inhale, back up. Exhale, fold. I think I put something extra in there, and that's all right. That felt good. We're going to meet in downward facing dog. Yeah, you guys got it. Beautiful. Just noticing your heart beating. Noticing any perspiration that has arrived. Really getting in touch with your energy, your strength, your curiosity, right? Big breath in. Full breath go. Full breath go. Listen to me. I can't even speak English anymore. Look to the front of the mat. Step or hop, feet to hands. Rise all the way up. Fold back down. Halfway lift, long spine. Hands to the earth. Left foot steps back. Rise up. High crescent lunge. Take a big breath in. And then draw your left knee out towards your chest. We're going to cross left over right for eagle bind. So squeezing the energy right through the thighs. Then the left arm's going to weave underneath the right arm. Crossing at the elbows, greeting at the palms. And right there, just feel the upper back expand. And then feel your lower abs draw in toward your spine. Take a big breath in and maybe start to sink down. Again, you want to keep shoulders over ribs, ribs over hips here, unless you're doing yogi little eagle crunches. Squeeze everything into the center. 2 more breaths. Beautiful. Start to unwind those arms, okay? And then we're going to lift that left knee back up to the chest. Find a dancer pose. So start bringing the left heel towards your left bum. Left hand on the left ankle, right arm forward. Kick the foot into the hand as you feel expansion through your heart. Gaze it forward. Trust in your balance here as you steady the gaze. Yeah, 1 more breath. Beautiful. Slowly start to bring that left knee back up into your chest. Step it back into another high crescent lunge. Open up back to warrior two, and then triangle pose. Straighten the front leg. Reach, reach, reach. Reach, reach, reach. And then begin to tip that right arm down, left arm up. Or the left arm can look around for a bind. That's a nice way to open up that left shoulder. Maybe you start to lift the gaze up above the left shoulder as well, which adds just a little oomph in the twist. Yeah, one more breath. If you have the bind, release it. We're going to bring both hands down to the earth and rotate that right foot so we come into a forward fold, wide-legged. All right, so maybe from here you bend the knees, taking lunges from side to side. Or maybe you invite the crown of the head to the earth. Perhaps you're working on your tripod headstand. Or just be upside down. Sending breath through the whole body here, really energizing places that have been kind of tired so far. Take another breath. Beautiful. Walk your hands around to frame your right foot. Come back into your low lunge, back into your Vashisthasana, side plank. Woo. And then lift that right leg, flip it behind you. Find a wild thing. So again, opening up through the hip flexors, opening through the heart. Take another breath. Beautiful. Back into high plank. Lower chaturanga. Taking a flow that feels so good to you today. Maybe that means adding something. Maybe that means skipping something. Arriving back in downward facing dog. Big breath in. Full breath out. Beautiful. Look to the front. Step or hop. Come to the front, however you'd like. Rise up. Exhale back down. Halfway lift, long spine. Hands to the earth, right foot steps back, sweep up, high crescent lunge. And then bring your right knee up to your chest, Stork pose. Cross right over left, eagle. Squeeze everything right into the center. Bring the right arm to weave under the left arm, greeting wherever you can, the palms or the wrists. And then relax the shoulders from the ears here. We tend to hunch them up quite a bit. Squeeze a little tighter. Sit the booty back also. If you're leaning into those knees, draw the knees back. Draw the booty back. Take a big breath. Go a little deeper. Just bending that left knee a little bit more. A little firmer into the belly. 2 more breaths. Hear them, feel them, be present for them. Yeah, start to unwind those arms. Bring the right knee up toward your chest. And then right heel to the booty, coming right into your dancer pose. All right, so feel the heel arrive toward the right sit bone and then press into the hand. Open up the heart. Yes, take one more breath. All right, release the bind. Step that right foot back, high crescent. Then open right up to your warrior two. Straighten the front leg, Trikonasana. Feel the right hip shifting, and then reach forward. Then hinge into your Trikonasana, your triangle pose. Maybe that right arm reaches around for a bind that helps you spin the rib cage open so there's no collapsing. Yeah, big breath. Beautiful. From here, we're going to rise back up, turn the left toes, come into a 5-pointed star, slightly drawing the heels and toes out. Big breath, lifting, and exhale, coming into our goddess pose. So there's a lot that can be done here in goddess. Possibilities are endless for us goddesses. One thing that you can do is lift the heels alternately or together. Another thing you can do is keeping that booty back, hands down toward the inner thighs, and dip one shoulder down into a twist, rise up to center, and dip the other shoulder, just like we did when we were on our bellies. So keep inviting stability into the legs, rooting down through the toes, all 4 points of each feet, rooting down unless you're lifting the heels. 2 more breaths. Nice. We're going to come right back into center. Inhale, 5-pointed star. Exhale, cartwheel the hands to frame the left foot right into the Vashisthasana, side plank. Lift the left leg, flip it right into your wild thing. All right. Lifting, opening up through the heart. Oh, my husband just got on a conference call. You guys will get to hear all that excitement. Big breath in. All right. Let's get to high plank. Lower down chaturanga. Inhale, float the heart up. Back to downward facing dog. The real life and times of Yoga Sherpa. He's not just a Yoga Sherpa, you guys. He has a job. I'm going to move this away a little bit, maybe. All right. From downward facing dog, look to the front of the mat. We're going to hop those feet around the edges of the pinkies again, coming back into a malasana squat. So maybe, ooh, I think I just moved the camera. Let's try this. There we go. Oh my goodness. The life and times of a yoga teacher. All right, hopefully y'all can see me here. So you're in your malasana squat. We're going to work on a twist that leads us to a funky bird of paradise. All right, your shoulders are ready, your core is ready. Just now is your mind ready is my question. All right, so going into this with a fun yes energy. Let's move the chair. We'll see if that works. If you can't see me, just unmute and let me know. All right, so you're in your malasana squat. Let's start on the right side. So we're going to take that right arm. Actually, let me face you for this. You're going to take that right arm and put it in front of your right shin. And then lift the left arm up to the sky. So really open up wide, like Trikonasana arms. Feel the broaden straight across your collarbones. And then turn that right pinky down and weave the arm toward the back. And then take that left arm around and see if you can find a connection. Woo! Somewhere there. Also, another great thing to do is, I'm going to show you, let me grab one real quickly, is to grab a little hand towel. Hand towel sometimes is just enough to help you make that connection. Yeah, it is. There we go. That's what I needed today. All right. So here we are in the twist. So one thing, if you want to stay here, is just deepen the twist by opening those shoulders nice and wide, twisting over to the left, gazing up over that left shoulder. If you want to play around with a funky bird of paradise, then start to lift the hips just a little bit, keeping the bind, and start to heel toe that left foot into the center, and very slowly trust as you rise up with the bind. All right? It's just trusting. It's just having some fun, being playful, being okay dropping that leg, laughing, giggling, right? Exciting the joy, the pleasure centers of the mind just by trying something new. Susie's exciting the pleasure centers by holding her beautiful grandbaby. All right. From here, though, now the trick is, can you come down with as much presence and thought as you came up? And the answer is yes, just practice. All right? All right. We're going to come back into center to root our palms down. Slowly lift the hips up. Maybe shifting the weight a little bit from side to side. These little hand towels come in handy also to wipe your sweat. Woo! All right, we're going to rise all the way back up. Make sure the feet are situated. Hands through the midline. Come right back into that malasana squat. You got it. And then this time on the left side. So left arm in front, Right arm up. Just feel how that feels. Maybe that's where you want to stay. Maybe that's giving you something in the waist or the hips. If you want to go for that bind, turn your left thumb down, wrap it around the front shin. I'm going to put the towel in my back and my right hand that's wrapping around, looking for the bind. And right there, again, open up those shoulders nice and wide. Maybe that's where you need to be. That just gives you that little extra bit of oomph in your twist. Or if you want to start to fly, lift the hips a little bit. And if your legs are slippery, this is hard, so it's easier if you have pants on. Heel toe that left foot toward the midline. And slowly, with a lot of yes energy, a lot of encouragement, positive thinking, slowly, also steady gaze to help you balance, because there's a lot of that going on here. Yeah, just lift it up. It's your funky bird, yeah. You guys are awesome. Go, Juliana. Go, Colleen. Go, Lee. I see you. You go. Make sure you're hugging that right heel real tight to the body. I'm sorry, left heel up toward the pelvis. Yeah. When you come up, breathe. Admire the view. Feel the feels. And that's a great modification, Kathleen. You just want to hold your knee. That's a great option. And then just come on down. Try to come down with that same steadiness, right? Right back in to your Malasana squat. Beautiful. Nice, Stephen. All right. Hands to the earth. We're going to bring those hips right on back. Just at the top of the mat. Feet are maybe heel toe them so they're back under the hips. Rise all the way up. Exhale back down. Halfway lift, long spine. Hands to the earth. Take your flow. Meet a downward facing dog. Breathe in. And let something go. We're going to inhale that right leg high to the sky. Be careful of anything you may be kicking, doors and such. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Firing up the core again. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. Nice cheetah. Inhale, back up. Exhale, right knee across to the left elbow. Feel that twist. And then right here, shift the right knee behind the right wrist, settling down for your resting half pigeon. All right. So, we never want to rush just resting in pigeon. There's so much to consider here through your alignment. So it's really important to look behind you, make sure your leg is parallel to the long edge of the mat. Trying to get your shin as parallel to the front edge of the mat. And just know, if this doesn't feel right, if it's not working for you, bring a support underneath your right hip or come right into your pinwheel pigeon where you bend your left knee. If you guys can't see what my legs are doing, let me know. Let me tilt the camera down just a little bit. Boop. Hopefully y'all can see this adapted pinwheel pigeon, which is a really nice one if you have a torn labrum on that left side, or if you just have, discomfort in that hip flexor. This is a nice way to just keep it into the right hip. All right. All right. So once you're feeling steady and you feel that right hip grounded, lift your hands, jazz hands, just to make sure. And then walk your hands forward. Find that length once again through your spine, and then begin to surrender and rest. Taking some big breaths. Being mindful of where the breath is traveling to in this shape. Make sure the jaw's soft and the shoulders are relaxed. And maybe you notice the chest inching a little closer to the earth. You feel that surrender happening. You notice what happens when the mind gets quiet and the body becomes still. Part of the practice is getting used to the stillness, letting the space be there without trying to nervously fill it. Two more breaths. Start to walk back onto your palms. We're going to take that left leg and swing it all the way around, crossing at the knees, coming into a cow face pose. So again, this can be really challenging in the hips. And don't worry, you don't have to exactly stack knee over knee, but just approximate. Another option is fire log, double pigeon, where the left shin stacks over the right shin. So be where you need to be. Use pillows or blankets to help support this really deep, it's very deep hip stretch. You can keep your hands right on your ankles, encouraging them to draw away from one another as you hinge forward. Or if you want to take the full variation with the arms, you're going to lift your left arm, bend at the elbow, guiding the fingertips between the shoulder blades. And this is where you may want to have that little towel again. Your right arm's going to come from underneath and grip each end of your towel or your strap or fingers. Sit up nice and tall, open those elbows nice and wide, and then begin to hinge. And rather than thinking about discomfort here, which may be very present for you, just breathe. You don't need to judge, just be with it and breathe into it. Two more breaths. All right, slowly start to come up. If you have something you used for the tether, release it. We're going to swing that left leg on back. We're going to come back to a three-legged dog and shake out through that right hip a little bit. You can also shake out the left hip. That both sides did some work there in those hip stretches. Back into downward facing dog. Your choice, you can go through another flow or maybe just hover between high plank and down dog again. And when you're ready, downward facing dog, left leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, left knee to the left elbow, so the shoulders stack over the wrists. Inhale, leg up, three-legged. Exhale, round the spine, knee to nose. Inhale, left leg up. Left knee to right elbow. Hover, hover, hover. And then bring that left knee back behind the right wrist. Left knee behind the left wrist. Resting half pigeon. Use the right toes to walk that leg away from you. Once you settle down, if you feel like you're really tipped onto that left side and your right hip is peeled totally away from the earth, that may be a good sign to come into your pinwheel pigeon. Or a really good sign to put a brick, a block, a pillow, a teddy bear, something underneath that left hip. A book, whatever you've got. So do all the same visual checks and sensory checks for your alignment here. You want everything to be just right. Take a big breath in and then walk forward. Lengthen through the crown of the head, melt the chest down toward the earth, support your forehead however you need to. And maybe that support begins to peel away as you surrender into this shape, just allowing yourself to be here now. Two more breaths. Start to lift up, walking your hands back towards your shin. Bring that right leg all the way around. Stacking the knees, cow face. Intensifying this as much as you want by bringing the shins back parallel to the front edge of the mat, or making it a little bit more gentle and yin-like by bringing the heels towards your hips. Same options. You can stay here without the arm bind if you want that little extra love for the shoulders. Right arm up. Bend the right elbow. Left arm comes up from behind, looking for the other end of that strap or towel or t-shirt, or maybe the fingers connect. Sit up nice and tall and bow forward. Giving this shape a little time. Lots of breath. Open heart. Curious mind. Giving it the attention it deserves as it's happening right here and now. Two more breaths. All right, start to rise back up. Release the bind. For now, we're just going to swing the legs out in front and just shake them any way that feels good to get rid of that tightness. Kick. Ooh. Ah. Ooh. Maybe the windshield wipering knees. All right, we're going to do one little boat pose because we're still at the beach here, y'all. So sit up nice and tall, roll the shoulders back, start to lift the legs if you're comfortable. Notice if you're collapsing here, if you are, drop the feet, sit up a little taller. Take a big breath in, go down about a quarter of the way. Big breath in. Exhale to another quarter of the way. So you're about halfway here hovering. Big breath in. Go down about 3/4 of the way. And just hold it, hang out. Pretend you're a paddleboard. Feel the shakes. Breathe. One more breath. And release it all the way down to the earth. Nice. Take a really big stretch, starfish. Your arms and your legs. Drive your sacrum down to the earth so you feel the curve of the back, the lumbar spine lifting up from the earth. This feels really good. Inviting expansion into the core muscles, into the obliques. I'm sorry, not the obliques, your ribs. This is your rib cage. One more big breath. And then flatten the back to the earth. Roll the knees in. Give yourself a big hug. Thank yourself for being here now. Take a big, big breath. Give a tighter squeeze to everything in the body. And as you exhale, start to melt your way into your luscious final resting shape. And if there was anything else that you wanted in your practice, you can always take it. Otherwise, it's time for Shavasana. It's the end of the practice, the death of the physical practice as we knew it, and the beginning, the rebirth of the rest of your day. Taking with you lessons learned, attention honed, taking with you your intention. So soften through the jaw, relax the eyes, melt shoulders, hips, arms, and legs right into this moment. Some words from Morgan Harper Nichols. And how did it feel this morning? Still waiting for answers for your pain? Dawn was breaking through, yet no relief, and the sun was only a reminder of time passing by. You did not wonder where you go from here. You wondered if you could go from here. As you struggled to take that breath, you wondered if this is hopelessness. How did it feel? How did it feel? It is okay if there were no words for it, for language can never possibly hold this fear so dark and cold. And maybe tomorrow, when you look back, you will find the strength to tell that story. But until then, it's okay to be confused. In this stillness, trust that morning still overcomes darkness, and there is a miraculous place that you have been invited to. Breathe through. That's all to say that when we awaken to our present moment circumstances, it's not always happy, happy, joy, joy. Sometimes it's challenging, but we don't need to run away from it or be scared of it because we have the breath. We have our loving hearts. We have our curious mind, and we know that we are safe. So begin to breathe awareness back into this moment, this now. Start to invite some movement into your body, however it feels right. Take a big full body stretch. And then curl up into a little ball again and roll onto one side. Feeling the nowness of this moment. Sit on up, coming into a comfortable seat. Maybe opening the eyes and looking around to what's real. Thank you so much for practicing with us today. I hope today is your favorite day. Namaste. Thank you guys. I appreciate you